throw that over there. Several times so that when they spin, right, you're going to be giving that book away. Let's set this on here. Now you see how that fell? We do need some glue. Today, I'm going to show you how I set up a table for when I go to an event. You're just starting out as a new author and you have one book, you're working on your second book. And so, how do I set up the table? You know, is my brand represented on my table? Is it appealing enough where people want to come over? Am I attracting people so that they will want to come and see what I'm talking about, right? If you don't have this wow, why are people coming, right? Let's get into it. So first, I have a tablecloth, which is actually a sheet, a bed sheet, a twin bed sheet, right? And then I also have a pillowcase. And then I have a Don Julio 1942 tequila bottle, right? Found that at a thrift store. I have some flowers. I have a lamp that I DIY'd. I have some greenery. And of course, I have some of my books, right? So this is going to evolve. So it's not going to just be these items. I'm going to add more items and then I'll let you know, or I'll show you how it's going, right? Let's throw that over there. So, like I said, this is a twin bed sheet, right? It's a flat sheet, right? So I'm just going to put it over the table and making sure that the bottom down here is covering. So underneath, I can keep all of my extra supplies, my books, whatever I bring, I can keep it under there, right? Things that I don't use, I can put under there. Pillowcase that I'm going to use, but let's just set that to the side. So now what I've done is I've gotten some boxes. Okay, now these boxes I had from Christmas. So like that maybe like that, staggering it. There's nothing in the boxes, so they should be fine. You might want to bring some glue, hot glue tape, right? So let's set this on here. Now you see how that fell? We do need some glue, tape, that kind of thing. But let's see if this works. We're going to believe that it works. Lamp on there, okay. That's cute. And then, let's see. Let's put our bottle here, right? And you can cover this up. We're not trying to cover it up now because, you know, we're just doing this to show you. And we could do like that. That works too. And a book, right? So this is my children's book. So what you can do is set one book on one of these little pedestals you can get at Daiso, Dollar Store. And then the books can be behind it, right? The extra books. So there's that. Make sure it doesn't fall. And then let's see, some greenery. Now, because I've always been wearing, not always, but I've been wearing a sunflower in my hair, right? And obviously I don't have any more hair, but I would put sunflowers on everything. So I'm just going to set them here because I'm not really sure how this is going to go, right? So I'll set them there for now. If you have a business card, something that you're going to give away, have that on the table. It doesn't have to sit out, you know, and this is just an example of something I had from the past. So I'm just going to set it back here so that when people say, do you have a card or something like that? Then I can say, well, yeah, here, right? I have something with my barcode, with my phone number, my email, my website, all of my social media handles and that kind of thing. So here are some more of my books, right? So I'm just going to place them, strategically place them on the table, right? And let's remember that there will be other little pedestals like this. And so the books will be standing up. Let's see if we can stand the books up. There we go. This is one thing about a spine that comes in handy, you know, where if you don't have something to set your books up, you can definitely just open them up a little bit and then have your other books behind them or, you know, in the back, right? Because, you know, you're going to, now, we'll open that up a little bit more. Okay, so now some of the books are here, right? So let's see if we can do a little bit more decorating, right? I've got some greenery because we like that. Let's bring it here. I hope you can see this. Don't be in the way. Can we make it? Now remember, you're going to have more stable things than I've got right now. I'm using what I have. So, oh, let's see. Let's take her down. Now this is much lighter. Let's put her down here. Okay. Now, let's see what else we got. We've got just an extra stem that can go on the lamp. And then we can put more of these on there. We can hot glue them. We can have candy and stuff like that, right? So there's that. Just giveaways, right? And I'll show you how to do that as well. So you'll have that maybe back here. And this is fairly simple, right? This is really easy. We can add more to the table to make it look more appealing. Now we're not trying to be like over the top where it's too much and then they can't see your book. Well, that's cute. Let's say maybe, you know, another hot glue situation there. All right, now just imagine you have all the stands, you have everything. You know, all your other supplies are under the table. Maybe you have more greenery. I don't know. It's up to you. Now, one thing I did want to show you is if you're going to be giving things away, let's see. Let's put this back here. This is really cute. You can have a wheel to spin, right? So you put, maybe you might want to give away one of your books. So you might say free book of choice or a specific book. Like if you have a lot of books that, let's say, that you want to offload, like they didn't sell as well as the others, right? So maybe you'll put that book on there several times so that when they spin, right, you're going to be giving that book away. Now, if you run out of something that you're giving away, you can just, this is dry erase, so you can just erase it. So that way, you're not offering something you don't have, right? And then you just keep spinning. And then, you know, if you dry erase something, you can put something else in that space where you still have more of it. So that's a way of doing it. Of course, I'm out of breath. This is just my aesthetic for sunflowers and my book, but yours could be different because, you know, your book covers look different. Your genre, your theme. This is just an idea to help you, you know, when you don't have much, right? Now, if I had electricity, right, which I know I do, yay, then that makes it even more cute. But this is just some way to help you with your table, keeping it simple. And these things I had here because I've used them for other events and things like that. So hope this helped you. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, or inbox me on Facebook or Instagram. That's where I am most. I'm public, so you can find me. So I hope this helped you, and take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.